I don't know what I'm doing today.
Are you all right? You've been
This fucking
struggling all
day.
day.
This day.
So I'm the one that's supposed to be, all right, let's get out of here. Let's get, come on, come on.
Um,
I don't know. Maybe you're getting sick, man. I don't know.
No, what it is it maybe you have, which by the way, real quick, welcome to the Plan B After Show podcast. I'm gonna start off bitching because we'll get to fact and opinion, but we're gearing up. My baby is due in less than a week. The 14th of June is the due date for my wife and I, and I'm honestly not stressed about that. I'm less stressed about the baby than I am with work, because with work we have to do so much fucking prep stuff in order to make sure that we're good to go when I'm gone. I will say,
you know
that,
what? Hey,
what?
You're the one who didn't pull out, so don't be bitching.
No, it's the baby's exciting. I'm excited for it. It's just I will say that is the only part I dislike about our job. I love our job, dude. I love radio. It's the greatest job in the world. However, it's not like that typical 9 to 5 where it's like when you take vacation. And I know other jobs, there's things you got to, kind of take care. The amount of stuff that we have to do in lieu of that, because of how much stuff that we have on, God, oh my God. There's times where I'm like, it's not even worth taking the time off. It's not even worth it right now.
It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of prep. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of stuff that's involved. That is one kind of thing about our job. Whereas, the 9 to 5, like most people, the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you're just kind of there. You're just waking up. You're not really working. Maybe the last 45 minutes too, you got all your work done. And see, with us is like, we got to go back on the air. We actually got to, people. Do people listen?
Our moms, that's it. Our moms are
well, our moms are listening. We have to impress them. So,
well, here, the best way I can chalk it up, if anybody, thinks that, okay, well, you got really, is it that bad? Here's the thing, is you can't just shut the radio off on our end. It's not like we're like, oh, we're taking vacation, click, we'll see you guys in a week. That's the best way I can chalk it up to it, is that there's all these things, moving parts behind the scenes. So I will admit, I'm a little stressed right now. And of course, then too, when you have a game plan, and this goes for everybody, not just what I'm dealing, you know it well too. Everyone knows it. When you have a schedule, like a game plan on how, like checklist, and something gets in there,
never goes to schedule.
Oh my God, it's
that's
man.
Life. Welcome to life, dude. That involves everything now. Nothing goes to schedule. So you always have to be able to work on the fly, man, these days, because there's always something that interrupts it, that puts it over here. Now you got to do this over here. Now you got to go over here. Oh, it sucks.
Well, and even with, and not knocking you, because I understand, but like with you being sick the other day, like I came into Monday going, okay, this will be perfect. Hunter and I will get this done. We'll get this done. And then you were out sick, and I was like, fuck. All right.
Throw that curveball at you.
You're a real piece of shit.
And two, I know the first hour before he actually talked to me, like, he's not sick. He's hungover. He played golf yesterday and had too many shots on the course or something. I know what you were thinking.
I kind of knew, and too, because you have been you wedding season is back out there, so I know you've been getting back out there and everything like that. No, everyone's been dealing with cold and flu and allergies and all that. We're just not all pussies like you are.
Shut up. I turned the wrong twisty knob on my DJ board and got sick.
Oh no, we got sick. Oh god. But anyway, no, I'm happy, and luckily I have a job that I love. So even when shit doesn't go well, it's still worth it in the end. But yeah, I'm just ready for this fucking baby to be here so I can get started. It's all this prep. I know it's going to be tough with babies here, but at least I can be back at work. I can be tired at work. That's fine.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very
taking that week off, man.
So the baby's supposed to be here next week, huh?
Next week, Monday.
You think you are flustered now? You think you're all just
Here's the thing, though. Like, and maybe I'm speaking out of place. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is what I'm really chalking it up to right now is I'm just going to be tired, and that's it. Look, I've been tired. I get it. The baby's up and feeding. I got to change diapers. Like, that's just how it is. But everyone makes it sound like your fucking life's over. Forget about it. Like, what? What do you?
Hey, here's the thing, though, is that you still haven't seen that baby yet, so you really don't know. You think it might be a certain way, Brock. I know you have this image in your head, but who knows, dude? Maybe next week you're gonna be like, dude, just take the show. I'm done with my life.
I can't see it, because even when people are talking about it, it's like, oh, get to sleep now. It's like, dude, I'm up until 11 o'clock watching shit on my phone anyways. You know what? I don't know. It's just, the way, I guess what I am kind of tired of hearing people say is like, forget it. Like,
you're done.
And then they'll say all this shit, and then they'll go, but it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. It's because it's your kid. And I'm like, why not just lead with that? Why not just lead with, yeah, there's going to be ups and downs, but you're going to love it. You know what I mean? No, everyone's like, fucking forget it.
People just don't know what comes out of their mouths anymore, too. And they just really don't get it. It's like, for an example, I mean, this has nothing to do with babies or whatnot, but like when I got married in Vegas, I had a wedding the next day when I got back. So I'm DJing this wedding. First thing, if somebody comes up and says, hey, congratulations, you got married. When are you having a baby? I'm like, bro, like, come on. You're never fucking happy. You're never happy with anything. It's always, what's the next thing that I can bug you about?
My wife's back is still sticky from our honeymoon, right?
For love of God. Just leave it at the congratulations for once, would you?
No. Everyone's been great. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it's like the build up to it. That's why I'm really like, I'm excited to meet my baby. I really am. And I'm excited for it. I know I'm going to be tired. I know I got diapers and all that.
The baby's not feeling that,
but I know the baby's like, fuck, man, I can hear him now.
It's nice in here.
I'm also very excited to get started. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, the worst thing,
ball rolling.
I hate prep. Like I hate building up to stuff. Like I just want to get it done. Like, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now it's been 9 months of build up, dude. So I'm ready for it. I'm
ready for that thing. Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't even want to take next week off. I'm going to because Kiki wants me to, but I'm kind of like, do I really need to? My dad didn't take any time off when I was. He's like, no, he just went to work.
It's a nice studio, dude. There's plenty of counter space for a baby.
The baby right here. Look at this. Look at this. Cripes. Anyway. All right. That was 6 minutes of me just venting. I'm sorry.
That's what we need, a crying baby in the background of our radio show. I'd probably make it better, honestly.
We already got you whining all the time about being sick.
Shut up.
All right, let's get to it. It's time for fact and opinion. One awesome fact, one dumb opinion. Do what you want with it. I don't care. Your fact for today: the Jerry Seinfeld character dated 66 different women over the course of Seinfeld. Obviously, those relationships all failed. Did he end? No, he didn't end up with anybody because the last episode they were in jail.
Dude, and you know what? He had that hottie Lorraine. Is that Lorraine, right?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Lorraine. Jerry Seinfeld.
Lorraine's one of the main characters, right? That's her name, Lorraine, in the show, I believe. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yep.
He dated her first, so the show starts out with them like breaking up, right? Or were they dating in the beginning of the show?
Elaine.
Elaine. Duh.
Elaine. Yeah.
Jesus, I knew I was wrong. But anyway, it's like, well, how do you think she feels?
Yeah.
Seeing her ex with all 66 people. While the show's getting taped, and she's sitting there, a nice dude. She's hot. I think she's one of the hottest sitcom ladies.
She is.
Elaine was a babe. I had such a crush on her, man.
Still is a babe. She's actually gotten better with age. I'm looking at. So right now, I got the top 10. I found the top 10 girls he dated.
Mm-hmm.
Sidra. That was Terry Hatcher's character.
Oh, okay.
Dude. Fucking smoking.
You know what's funny too is like knowing how smug he is in real life. It's like, those ladies.
Look, I love Jerry Seinfeld. I do, but you're right, dude. He almost seems like at times like, oh man, all right, Jerry, tone it down just a tad,
just a little. I know he's a germaphobe. I get that, but there are some videos out there you're just like, like
what?
He speaks his mind, which is great.
He does
sometimes.
Look, that's what I'm going to say, and I almost to a fault just kind of agree with people. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like if someone says something I don't like, I don't go like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what do you mean? What are you saying? What do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not confrontational. Someone could say something to me and I'll just, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I may even
change conversation. Right.
I'll just kind of maybe agree with them to move on from it. Like Jerry's that kind of guy. If you say something that he like doesn't get or agree with, to be like,
he'd
what do you
be
mean?
like, no, wait, go back.
Yeah,
What'd you just say?
What do you mean? No. You're like, and it's like, oh Jesus, man! Like it's just, if you watch, I'm sure you've seen it. His comedians in cars getting coffee.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's been so many times on that where I'm like,
like ears a little thick,
Yeah, you know who's like that as well? Who's like that, and why the show works so well is Larry David.
Oh
Larry
yeah, yeah.
David the same way.
She's
Larry, like,
great. I love Larry.
Jerry, I remember watching their episode, and like Jerry made a comment about like just eating chicken, and Larry David's like, "No, I don't eat that shit." He's like, "You know all that, like, dude, it's just chicken. What do you just relax, man?"
He's
No
great. Just
yeah,
Larry, and he's always getting beat up too.
constantly.
If you guys haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, do yourself a favor. Everybody should watch that show.
Yeah,
To me, that is comedy, man. That is that is how comedy should be. And
yeah.
he's always getting beat up. There's always something bad going on with Larry
Yep.
David, and there's always a little twist. It's
Yep.
hilarious, dude. I love it.
Well, because it's actual real life. Because
It
real
is.
life is not like it is in the sitcoms. All right,
Right.
it's just that everyday mundaneness that we find comedy in. You know, that's right.
God.
What's that one meme you always see with him where it's he's walking out the door and he's like, "Fuck you, I'll see you tomorrow." That's perfect. That's life right there.
That's
life
Larry David right there.
there.
66 women though, huh? Wow.
Yeah, 66 women. I will say I think Terry Hatcher's the hottest one out of all that. Real quick, go back to Larry David. Did you end up watching that movie I told you about?
I did. I did.
What's that? I can't think of what it's called again.
It's I did
Clear
watch
History.
it. Clear History. Dude, it's
Something like that.
fantastic. It's
Dude,
hilarious.
It's like Arrested Development, just with like different characters. Like it's the same setup.
It's funny how it starts because it starts with him like with really long hair. He's like a hippie.
Yeah,
You know, and it's like, damn, Larry David with hair. It looks weird. And then then it goes back to the regular Larry David.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that movie. That was funny. That was a great recommendation.
Great movie. He's had the same hairstyle since 1978, I believe.
I'm pretty sure Larry David looked like that when he was born. It's one of those guys, you know.
He had the horseshoe when he was born.
Yeah, for real. Gray horseshoe, glasses.
Little baby Larry David just came out of the womb making that face. But anyway, so yeah, Seinfeld crushing ass. I wonder how many girlfriends Costanza had.
Ooh, he had a few too.
Yeah, my favorite is that one lady he didn't want to be with died from.
Didn't he get a? Oh, no, that was Al. That was Al in Home Improvement. Yeah, Ferrari.
Yeah, that's Al and Gertrude, whoever he married.
Costanza though did have a lot of, and he never wanted to be in a relationship for some reason.
Yeah, he always thought he could do better. He always thought he could do better. That was the best part. Yeah,
I don't know, Jimmy.
But yeah, the one lady that he was married to that died from licking all the envelopes for their wedding invite. It's such a ridiculous premise, man. But
how many seasons did that go? Was it 11 seasons?
11 seasons, I believe. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what sucks is Kiki she can't stand the show.
It's weird. There are some people like that though.
Yep.
She's not the only one.
Yeah.
I know a few people don't like it either. And every time I'm just like, yeah, maybe you watched the wrong episode or something. But there's just some people don't like that style of comedy.
See, for me, here's what I like about Seinfeld is that you could literally just hit random episode and you're fine.
And you're fine. You can watch it.
It doesn't need to be. And there are certain storylines and characters, but there's nothing in there where you're like, oh shit, I feel lost. That's what I like.
Every episode has its own name and meaning.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. And it's almost like too, you can watch it passively and still get the gist of everything.
Absolutely.
The joke still hit, everything still happens. It's a show about nothing. And I think that's
nothing. You know what I'm gonna say? The people that hate Seinfeld love Friends. Guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I don't know if she loves Friends, but she watches it. I've never seen her really go out of her way to watch it.
So like the two style of comedies that were back in that day. They were two different styles. I think Seinfeld appeased to the men a little bit more.
Yeah.
Comedy wise, Friends was more of a female show. In my
for
opinion.
sure. For sure. Absolutely. Have you gone back and watched any shows recently that you loved before that you can't get into anymore?
Let's see. Yeah, I have. Trying to think which
for my example, while you think, the reason I bring this up is like Parks and Rec. For me, like that show, like when it was on, I watched it, and not religiously. I actually got more into it when you could stream, just because no commercials, just go through it. But like I rewatched it again, and I started. Office is the same way. Like when it first was on, but then you watch it again, like the third or fourth time through, and you start really hating characters, like main characters, and you're like, fuck, dude, I can't even watch it because I can't stand that character. You know what I mean?
It's weird. The one I was trying to think of, and I just thought of it, was Family Guy. Rewatching Family. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not funny. It's absolutely effing hilarious, man. But it's not as funny as it used to be for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't laugh as hard at it as I remember laughing at it. It's weird because back then it was new. It was fresh.
Yeah.
The jokes were fresh. And watching it again, it is still funny. I'm not going to take anything away from Family Guy at all because I
Yeah.
think that show is brilliant. But it just doesn't have the punch like it used to. Kind of like South Park. South Park's the same way. I watched a few of the first episodes of South Park the other day, and I was like, all right, it's funny. But I was just, I was at that age when it first came out to where it was like, it was more hard hitting to me,
Yeah.
as
Well,
far as
the
I've never
new
heard that before. Like that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when you see an episode like South Park, for example, when Cartman murders a kid's family and
Right.
feeds them in chili, it's like, holy shit, dude.
Right. This is on TV. Wow.
Like this is on TV, or shoving food up their ass and pooping it out their mouth. Like what? Like, but even some of the new episodes, like I've tried to like watch some of the newer ones, and it just doesn't hit the same way. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. It's just because I don't know, maybe you were just used to it or the dialogue's changed a little bit. It's more story. It was a lot simpler back in the day.
I don't know. One show I tell you what that I just can't get into, and I've tried Simpsons. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I think it's too far gone for me now at this point, to really get into it.
I love The Simpsons, man. And I never really watched The Simpsons. I've probably watched The Simpsons a handful of times in the past 5-10 years, but every time I turn it on though, I'm like, damn, it's still relevant, man. They're still talking about what happened last week.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. What's it going to take for that show to die?
Nothing. It won't. That show will be around forever. No, you know what's going to take for him to die? That guy to die who does basically all the voices. Oh, there's like 3 or 4 of them that do the majority of the voices.
But there's people now that can do the voices too. Same thing with like Bugs Bunny. Mel Brooks hasn't been alive or Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc, yeah.
Mel Blanc. He hasn't been alive for forever, and there's people that do his voices now.
Yes. So. What's his name? Billy West does all the voices now, and it's right on.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Anyway, we took a roundabout way to talk about sitcoms, starting with all the ass Jerry was getting. So,
right.
Well, anyway, we've talked long enough. Let's get out of here. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. We will see you next time for another fact and opinion on the Plan B After Show podcast.